beautiful collectors and action figure fans. It's the one and only Optopotamus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the support of my patron Jordan, we're going to be taking a look at the Amazon exclusive Transformers Siege Decepticon Phantomstrike Squadron, made up of the Voyager class Skywarp and the Battlemasters Schroot, Fracas, and Pterodactyl. For the package, as you can see, you got that Transformers Siege style package. What's interesting though is that you can't really see the figures right there. It's a wraparound cover with a gorgeous image here of Skywarp and his minions kind of going through and battling some Autobots, I would assume. Now the side image here is that more classic looking image that we see with a lot of the other Siege figures, with the arc kind of taken off, as well as all the other characters are in the background. This side here just says Decepticon Phantomstrike Squadron. Come around to the back of the package, and of course you can see Skywarp in his robot as well as his vehicle mode. Same with Pterodactyl, Fracas, and Schroot. This is a nice companion piece to that other exclusive, being the Autobot Alpha Strike Counterforce, which, at least here in North America, is an exclusive to Amazon, much like the Phantomstrike Squadron. But for the packaging on this, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get them out here and see how cool they actually are. Alright guys, so here we have the Phantomstrike Squadron opened up and out of their packaging. And starting off first with the Battlemasters, here we have Pterodactyl. As you can see, he basically becomes an axe. All of them do have the blast effects with it. You can see this one attaches right on there. You got the little posts and slots on the sides of his wings, and then on the inside here, you can play with this kind of any which way that you want. You can kind of put that around there if you wanted to. You can plug that in there. I mean, all sorts of different options with this. You can take these, you can bring this over here, you can plug that in there as if he's blasting something. I mean, anything that you really want to do with these. So these are real fun and exciting to have. I'm sounding completely indifferent to it, but I mean, they're blast effects. You play with them. But you do have this guy done up like an axe. Now, all of these are basically just repaints. I never really got any of the other Battlemasters previously because I just don't have that much of an interest in them. But obviously, I wanted Skywarp, so you got to get these with them. So to transform him, you just take this section here. Oh, you can have, obviously, him hold him in a couple different ways as well. You know, put it like that, whatever. But we're going to spin this around like that, tuck that in, and then fold these out, come around here to the front, and fold that down. And there you have him in his Pterodactyl mode. Pretty decent looking. It's mostly just in this blue plastic with this gray stuff going on, but they actually put some paint detail on there as well. You can see that on there. There actually looks like, it's hard to tell. I think it's just the molding in the plastic, but there is a pretty nice shine to it. You got a couple painted details on his head, his eyes, the crest, all that kind of stuff. So there you go. You got a Pterodactyl. Up next would be Fracas. Now Fracas is usually associated with Scourge. This was his target master previously, so it's cool to get him again. Will we ever get a Scourge figure in this line? Who knows? But again, you got the different blast effects on there. I really actually like these ones with the little squiggly line coming out there. I mean, that's pretty darn cool. And then again, you can use these with any real figure that have these little ports and everything. So you can put that on Skywarp and have those little blast effects kind of going around as well. Now, obviously, he's kind of like a target master, that being a fairly small guy that transforms into a gun. You can see primarily in this mode, all you're really seeing is the lighter gray and then the dark gray. To transform him, you just pull these arms out from that section, rotate this whole section down and around. You take this bit and hinge this all the way back, and that kind of brings his legs down, and then you can split his legs, take the gun section, fold that down just like so, and there we have Fracas in his robot mode. You get a little bit more paint detail in here with some purple, some copper, red there for his face. Pretty fun. Again, very simple, no real articulation. Well, there is. I mean, the head You got ball joints for the arms. I shouldn't say no real articulation when he's pretty decently articulated. And then the hips are all ball joints. Nothing at the knees or anything like that, which is perfectly fine. But still, again, a fun one to have. And, you know, just add some extra Decepticons to your shelf. Here we have Schroot. Again, the blast effects. Can do whatever you want with them. Put them on there. Trying to see, there's no real way to add to these. I guess, because these are all just holes, so I don't really think you can add much to that. Like, a lot of them you can see, like, you would put, like, something on there, but, well, maybe go the other way? No, that doesn't really work, but whatever. And then Shrute is very much the same. You got a primarily purple plastic with the gray limb bits. Transformation is exactly the same as Fracas. You just pull those arms out, bring this around, you hinge his hips down, and then do that, and then fold this down. Now, the unfortunate nature of things is this. He's got a big giant cannon thing there, which I don't know about that. That looks a little bit ridiculous, but it is what it is. He does have a nice Decepticon. Does he have a Decepticon logo? Oh yeah, he does. Right there. You're not going to be able to see it very well, but right in the middle of his chest, he's got a purple Decepticon logo. He's got a white one here, but you have a little bit of that aqua coloring there on his chest and then his face. But again, another fun one to have, but that's really weird. So you have that, and then again you get all of these effects, which is a nice little addition. As for Skywarp here, as you can see in the Tetrajet mode, he is basically again just a repaint of Starscream, bringing in Starscream. Basically you see it just done in Skywarp's colors, which is perfectly fine because Skywarp, Thundercracker, they've all been just repaints of Starscream, so it works okay. Even the little wear and battle damage on here is identical in terms of the pattern, just a different color, whereas this is more of a brown coloration. This is more silver, but it is all very much the same. There was the improvement to the chest piece, so while this one, this piece really is difficult to... Yeah, the whole thing just comes off very easily on Starscream, which was always a pain in the butt. They did start improving that with the subsequent releases, so you can see Skywarp's attaches very decently, just like you could see with the Rainmaker set. Those are all attached very well. I do have Thundercracker on the way, so look forward to that. But overall, I mean, basically the same. One thing that I will point out that I forgot to mention in the Seeker one, or the Rainmaker one, is the chest. Because the chest is matched with the rest of the body for the Seekers, from the front, these blend in a lot better with the overall body on here. But you can see that Skywarp's is kind of doing what Starscream's did, where it sticks out because it's a different color than the rest of the body. That was a small gripe on my part with Starscream, not so much with those Rainmakers, because like I said, the chest was colored more like the rest of the body as well. So when you had it from this angle, you didn't really see that. I mean, you still saw the jutting out of the piece, but the color blended in better. So much nicer, in my opinion. Now, for his transformation, it's exactly the same, so I'm going to go ahead and skip it. So, utilizing that good old-fashioned Optobotomus movie magic, we're going to go from Skywarp looking like this to looking like this. And again, there really isn't too much different, obviously, than just the overall paint detail between him and Starscream. Bringing Starscream in, again, it's just a difference in terms of the paint detail. This is Skywarp, this is Starscream. From the beginning of time, they've been repaints of one another. And much like the vehicle mode, the paint detail with the wear and everything is basically the exact same, just well, I don't even want to say it's, well, I mean, some of it's the same. Like on the arms here, it's silver, but down here, the legs, it's silver on Skywarp, whereas his is kind of that dirty brown sort of color. One thing that I am noticing, though, is that all these new ones, the Null Rays pegging a little bit looser than Starscream's. They're not bad, but it is definitely noticeable. And then the elbow joints are a little bit looser, specifically the upper elbow joint. Like the two of them right here. The bottom one's pretty good. But that upper one just feels a little bit looser than Starscream's. Head sculpt is the exact same. Skywarp shares the exact same one that all of the Seekers have had so far, with the exception of Thundercracker. That one gets a different head sculpt with a little bit of a smirk, which some people have taken that and put that on Starscream. I might do that as well, but time will tell. His articulation is the exact same. The ball joint, the hinge, the swivels, all that stuff is there. You got the double joint for the elbows, waist rotation, hips move forward and back, in and out they rotate, bend at the knee. You got ankle tilt and pivot forward and back. So all that articulation is there. I mean, this is a great figure. Kind of stinks that he isn't exclusive. I'm trying to see if I have the little next session, because it feels like it wants to push forward a lot. So, yeah, I don't know. It does stink that he's an exclusive, at least here in North America, to Amazon. At least Amazon, it's a little bit easier to get. But, you know, hey, why couldn't they have done something like Unicron with Amazon? I feel like that would have been a much easier way to get us a Unicron figure. What do you guys think? I mean, it is what it is. But the overall set here is pretty good. I'm definitely happy with it. $50, I don't feel like it is a terrible price for this, because you're getting a Voyager size figure and you're getting 3 of these little Battlemaster guys. So I feel like that is a good value, but I mean, at the end of the day, I still think that people would prefer to be able to get Skywarp just by himself. As it is, I don't think it's bad to get a couple extra figures along with them. I mean, like I said, it kind of rounds out your Decepticons. But as I said, at the end of the day, it's Skywarp. And if you are a Transformer fan, you gotta add Skywarp to your display. He is one of the original Seekers, and him along with Starscream and Thundercracker look great together. So all that being said, if this is a figure that you would like to add to your collection, it is available right now on Amazon. So for that, I'll put a link down in the video description where you can go to Amazon and check out availability on this guy, as well as the rest of the wide range of Transformer figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. I want to thank you if you made it all the way to the end of this review. Another way that you can really help support my channel is making sure that you watch a video all the way through. And if you did that, why not reward yourself by subscribing to my channel? Also, don't forget to hit that bell so that you get instant email notifications whenever I upload a new video, and you never miss out on a future review of mine. I'd also like to thank my patron Jordan again for helping to make this review possible. His support, as well as the support of my other patrons, really does help make reviews like this possible. And if you would like information on how you can help support my channel by becoming a patron, check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/optibotimus. And finally, remember, grow wise, grow strong, but never grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.